Hello again. Got another, it's been a while since I've done a video. I've had some things going on, like, just minor details of, having a kid. But I got another vintage radio in. This one cost me a whopping $2 at a garage sale. It is a Radio Shack Chronofone cordless electronic telephone digital clock radio. I assume from the early to mid 80s, maybe even early 70s. I'm not exactly sure. Through pre-testing it, the phone is completely dead. But even when you pull the phone off of the unit, the whole unit just buzzes. I don't know what's wrong with it, but for $2, I figured it'd be just a nice piece for the collection. Let's take a closer look here. You see a Chronofone. It's really 652. It has the charge light and the Radio Shack trademark battery sentinel light to let you know that it needs a battery. AM and FM bands, and surprisingly, they light up. I'll do a demonstration with the lights off in a second. Let's take a look here. Take a look at the top of it. Actually, it has a Radio Shack name on it. There is your button functions here. Nothing real fancy, but the cool thing is a cordless phone built in, and for this vintage, this is probably pretty expensive. This probably wasn't one of their cheaper units. Pull the phone off here to take a look. It's in pretty, I mean, it's used obviously, but not too bad. It's got the wood grain finish. On the side, it has the standby and talk functions are on the side of the phone. There's a small button under here if it can focus. Let me try to get a better light of it here. That's the power button. It has a warning. It says loud ring, move switch to talk position before holding receiver to ear so you don't deafen yourself. There's nothing on the other end of it. No antenna to speak of. Here is the information. Actually, October 1983. That's when it was manufactured. So October 1983 is when this unit was produced, and was made in Taiwan for Radio Shack, division of Tandy Corporation. I don't know who would make the unit, but Radio Shack seemed to have some pretty good stuff back in the day. Let's take a look at the sides of it here. On this side, you got the tuning volume, earphone, low-high dimmer. Here's the rear of it. Just nothing but a warning label of don't take it apart. Here's something I normally don't show, but this thing has a 3-prong plug. This thing was pretty serious for what it was. So I guess they felt the need to ground the unit. But this thing is actually a 3-prong unit. There's nothing on the other panel. Let's take a look at I'll pull the phone off, although it's not turned on, so it doesn't really matter. Flip it over here. It says it's a simulated walnut finish. Underwriter listed. Pilot lamp soldered in place. Let's see here. Here's the information. Again, it may be hard to see in this shot, but it says October 1983. That's when this unit was manufactured. It has the battery. I'll turn the camera actually so you can get it right in there. Battery Sentinel backup 9-volt battery. It gives you the Radio Shack catalog number, which wouldn't be surprised if it's probably the same catalog number even to this day. Let me turn this back in, and has the I am going to actually turn the light off for a second here. I have a light on in the background, but this unit has what I wish all radios had, and that is a dial light. That way when you're at night listening to tunes, you can tune the radio without a problem. I'm not going to leave it on too long because of the copyright police. It's got a pretty decent sound. It's not one of the bigger units, but the main feature here is not the radio, it's the fact that it has a cordless phone, and this thing's almost 30 years old. There's the clock. It's a little dim. I think it's just from use to the dimmer. It goes down a little bit, not a lot. Colon blinks. I guess that may be a Radio Shack only feature. Here's the alarm. Tested it earlier. Let me turn it on here. It actually plays the radio, and then the volume is just that beeping sound in the background. Snooze button will shut it up. But that's about it. This is Again, another relic from a bygone era, the Radio Shack Chronofone, cordless telephone, digital AM FM clock radio from 1983. This probably was a very, very expensive piece of equipment from back in the day. I'm going to hit the lights here. Step over to the side here, get the overhead light on. Yeah, this probably cost somebody a pretty penny. That probably is a nice feature to have, especially almost 30 years ago. Cordless phones themselves are not couldn't pick them up for $29.99 at Walmart. But again, another relic from a bygone era. Yeah, the cordless phone's dead on this particular unit, but I bet this was top of the line. Way cool stuff back then. So again, thanks again for watching this and all my videos, and if you want to see anything, let me know. If you know anything about the unit, feel free to give me a comment or a PM. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good day.